Hey guys, this is Matt with SpeedWeightLossBook.com, and today I'm going to review a Lean Cuisine meal, Lean Cuisine's Chicken Primavera, and we're going to see if it fits into a speed plan or not. Today we're going to talk mostly about where the calories come from and the macronutrient content. Macronutrients is a fancy term for proteins, carbs, and fats, basically, carbohydrates, fat. So let's get right into things here. Per serving, there are 260 total calories, and I'm getting this nutrition information right from Lean Cuisine's website. There are, however, 2 servings per container, and that's a mistake that a lot of people make. Oh, I had a Lean Cuisine today for lunch or dinner or whatever, and I've had clients do this, and they say there's only 260 calories, but they ate the whole thing, which means there are double that, so there are 520 calories. That's something you really need to be careful of, okay? Servings per container and serving size, and make sure you figure out whether you're being accurate there or not, okay? So 260 calories per serving. Basically, for some reason on the website, on Lean Cuisine's website, and this is probably just a typo or some kind of error, it says there are 0 grams of carbohydrate, which is impossible. So there's some kind of typo there, but I do the math on the blog post at speedweightlossbook.com for this entry, and let me see. I figured out that there were about 32 or 33 grams of carbohydrate per serving. Okay, a couple grams of that are fiber, so total you've got about 60 grams of carbohydrates in this one meal. Now we recommend a low carb, medium protein, high fat approach in speed, and if you're following along and thinking, you're going to say, wow, 60 grams of carbohydrates in one meal. Some people don't even take in that many carbohydrates in a day on a low carb plan, especially a ketogenic plan. So you might be thinking, well, Lean Cuisine meal or something like this, if it's got that kind of carbohydrate content, it doesn't fit into speed at all. So just crunching the numbers, again, us being supporters of low carbohydrate plan, 50% of the carbohydrates in this, or I'm sorry, 50% of the calories in this meal come from carbohydrates. 21% of the calories roughly come from fat, and about 29% then would come from protein. So they've got the medium protein part down. It's just they switch the carbs and the fat from what we would recommend. So we'd like to see more fat, less carbohydrates. Now, a couple things. So if you eat the whole container, there are 40 grams of protein in the meal, which is pretty good. But when you look a little deeper, and I'm going to get into this more in part 2, some of the protein comes from isolated soy protein, which Jeff and I are definitely not fans of. And again, I'll go into that more in part 2, and you'll find out why we don't like that. So anyway, a quick review of a Lean Cuisine meal. And check out some more of their meals, actually. And if you find one that's relatively low carb, I'd love to know about it, because sometimes when people are in a pinch, this maybe isn't a bad idea. But overall, if you're in a pinch, it's usually better to just delay the meal, and if you can eat something better later, do that rather than think you need to eat something and then try to you give it a shot and you ate something that was not health promoting or took you a little too far off track, or just wasn't a high quality meal. So usually it's better to delay the meal and eat something good later than it is to sacrifice quality and eat now. Of course, unless you're dealing with some sort of blood sugar control problems or something you just need to eat, then obviously go ahead and just get a meal, whatever kind. So, but in that case, you'd probably be planning ahead better when you get stuck in a situation where you need to eat something like this. So head over to speedweightlossbook.com, check out the corresponding posts if you're seeing this video on YouTube or on Facebook or anywhere else besides the blog. Head over there, and we'll see you in part 2 probably next week, okay? Take care.